Genevieve Rose, right?
He asked again. I swallowed hard. That voice sent shivers down my spine, the kind that I had never felt with any other man. Yes, I answered in a raspy tone, feeling dazed. I couldn't tear my eyes away from him. He extended his hand, and for a moment, I debated whether it was smart to take it. Though I wanted to. God, his hand was attractive too. Strong, veiny, his skin tone slightly darker. I bet he knew how to use those hands on a woman's body. I shook my head. I couldn't let my thoughts wander down that path. Tentatively, I raised my hand and accepted his handshake. Warm, strong. My pulse quickened at his touch, the heat from his closeness surging off of him and melting my core. Something inside of me shuddered with delight. He let go of my hand, and I caught myself leaning towards him, like a moth towards a flame. Lowering my hand to my side, I pressed my palm against my thigh and rubbed it. Something about his touch unnerved me. His gaze followed the move, and he raised an eyebrow as if he was intrigued.
Please, take a seat,
he offered, motioning me forward. I couldn't keep my eyes from flickering to his strong hands again, wondering how good they'd feel on my skin. We took several steps, his body too close to mine, the hint of his citrusy cologne entering my lungs. Suddenly, it felt like my legs were going to fail me before I managed to sit down. Butterflies twirled in the pit of my stomach. Thank you, I stammered out, staring into those sexy eyes again. I sounded idiotic, like a damn virgin. Though this electric shock he ignited with his presence wasn't virginal. Get your shit together, Gemma. I had to stop gawking at him, otherwise he'd start to think I was mental. There had to be one thing that was unattractive on this man, just one, because I might start drooling.
Did you bring your resume?
Mr. Baldwin asked. Yes, I breathed out. My hands fidgeted, trembling with anxiousness. Pulling it out of my folder, I handed it to him quickly to hide my shaking fingers. It would be beyond embarrassing if I dropped it. My mouth suddenly felt as dry as a desert. My tongue swept across my bottom lip as I clutched my hands tightly in my lap. Mr. Baldwin traced the movement, something dangerously hot flashing in his eyes. I gulped, every fiber of me on hyper alert. I forced a polite smile to hide how much he impressed me. He seemed mesmerized by me, and I wasn't sure if it was in a good way. His eyes never once wavered from mine, and I wished he'd just look at my damn resume so I could take a deep breath. Under those striking, darkened greens, I felt like I stood in the middle of an inferno, unable to move, letting it consume me. A single heartbeat passed. It felt like a lifetime. He turned his attention to my resume, and I missed his gaze. Jesus. First, I didn't want his eyes on me, and now I wanted them. It's like he had taken away all the heat. Pull yourself together, I scolded myself, while my cheeks flushed crimson, imagining how those eyes would darken as he thrust inside me, making me burn with something I had never experienced before.
So, tell me,
he drawled, his voice vibrating through me, a distinct ache between my legs. I wanted to jump his bones. What? No, I don't want to jump his bones. This man unnerved me, rattled me in a bad way.
Why would someone with your extensive experience in finance and with an MBA from Harvard show up in my office applying for an admin position?
Oh, here we go, I thought wryly. I cleared my voice. The economy sucks right now, I explained in a firm voice. At least I hoped it was. I worked for a small marketing company. They were hit by the downturn. Unfortunately, it's not the best time to be looking for a job, but here I am.